It's been an exciting few days. Um, 3 cycles since my last video, essentially. It was Easter weekend, so I had no chance to film. And looking back in time, this was what 4 days ago, and the world has fundamentally changed since I did this. Big picture reminder: I'm finishing off Anchorite. Peculiar and Caser are and Go Outside Today are no diplomatic status for now. Go Outside Today is fighting Caser and Peculiar. I'm allied to Signus and Armata. I'm half allied with Soda Water. Pretty Kitty is not aligned. So my plan, I agreed to finish off Anchorite and then go east and to Go Outside Today. Whoops. Spoilers. This is where we left off. Me launching on Go Outside Today. At the same time as actually you see a lot of launches here. Wamatu is preparing to attack Pretty Kitty. Soda Water is a permanent piece to Pretty Kitty, so can't help there. Yeah, they're kind of just bored and stuck in the corner. Um, and yeah, I'm basically trying to grab some stars quickly because Go Outside Today is all oriented this way. Oh yes, and of course the world builder trap, which I take as a world builder pretty much straight away. The reason being, to be honest, the Go Outside Today is more focused on punishing their current enemy than me. I do message them saying, sorry, and I discover, ooh, Slow and Steady is also in this battle. That's exciting news. Maybe it won't be as straightforward as my last battles. And so let's advance. Like, Go Outside Today pretty much just crumbles, but they are being pummeled, like, from all directions. And genuinely, I don't care how good a player they were or are, there's just no way that was not a winnable fight for them. And I find out where the end of this wormhole is. I also discover Fome has been AFK from the start. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe they're still around, right? This far into the game. And let's go to the end of cycle 5, because what you now see is we uh, we. So I'm taking some case of stars right here, and I clash with um, Peculiar here, and that basically I decide, you know what? There's no point hanging around pretending we're not at war when we're definitely at war. Let's just bite the bullet and agree we are now at war. So, in the space of like 10 ticks from launch, something like that, Go Outside is basically dead. Few holdouts still, but they're not long for this world. And I'm feeling pretty good about myself in terms of my chances versus Peculiar and Caser. Now it's got the end of the cycle. Not too much else happens this cycle. Grab another couple stars. And I end the cycle 50 stars. Okay. 12 stars captured in one cycle. Does not suck. Wamatu is gearing up for the battle with Pretty Kitty. My original plan was to support them through Nownet. I'm disgusted by my own logistics right now. I'm about to sort that out. Because the problem with current logistics is I've been changing direction all the time, so I've had to change my logistics all the time. Anyway, so my current plan is to build up at Nownet, come through here, hit pretty kid in the ass, and that plan is about to go out the window. So we close out 50 stars, okay? Going into cycle 7, 7th cycle, right? Um, I'm now pushing Peculiar out of the former go outside territories. Cygnus is now pushing Peculiar in the north. This is Peculiar's capital. And I think, great, we got this in the bag. Ooh, a new player has entered the game. Now remember, the bot we're seeing here is Fome. Okay, go outside is just doing some last minute chaos. You know, kind of works in my favor. Um, and I really want to hit this world builder. There's capital here. We got capital star here, right? Lots of tasty targets. And a new player that's in town. And this is not an insubstantial feat, right? I push you a bit more. You know, go outside is not exclusively favouring me, by the way. They're just causing maximum chaos as far as I can. It's just they happen to be close to the opponent, and so it does more good against them. Now, um, let's advance to, I think, my furthest point. Ah, former capital of AK. Remember, this bot was Fome. AK was a character who I can't remember if it was AK or quit, and then this was AK was a replacement character player who came in later. Um, so that means that we've got Peculiar, Kesa, a big chunk of go outside today, slow and steady, Fome, and AK. So at least 5.5 player stars here combined. Now I have Borat, me, and about half of Vanguard, so I'm 2.5. Cygnus is fine. Cygnus is probably 1.5. So this is definitely not an even battle, and not an even battle in the right way, in the wrong way rather. Um, and unsurprisingly, where's my peak? I think this is my peak. Not quite. No, 55. All right. I am pushing here as well. There you go. That's why. All right. Let's advance a little bit. We're not quite yet in the really fun stuff. There you go. I got that one as well. Almost being able to take the wormhole. Well, I can't quite block this. Taking a couple of case stars. This gets blocked. Got my LT. I've tried to start naming my um, specs something because I was bored of them being called like Chris and One or whatever. Anyway, so he drops a infiltrator. These are all brand new. Infiltrator, general, orbital cannon. So 10 specs. He does kill my 5 specs. And then guess what? Thank you very much for the orbital cannon. Coming in hot. All right. Um, where's the leaderboard? So as you can see, I managed to get all the way down here. I believe this is. Here you go. Here's my peak. Right. This attack here, timed with weapons drop. I think he would have won this without the weapons drop. Weapons drop last minute, and in the process I blow up 8 specs and steal the orbital cannon. So net 12 spec tokens for me. The Admiral, I forgot that play. Right, this was I need to get back. This was hilarious. Um, Sorry, missed the funniest moment of the game. No, it was earlier. Way back here. Okay. Funniest moment in the game. Where the fuck did his ships go? Right? I'm attacking. Great. This is down to one. These are bugging out. But they're only on two. Where did the ships go? Oh, right. It took me, I kid you not, 10 minutes to work out where the hell these ships were. I was like, did he abandon them? Like, what's going on here? Like where did they disappear to? Um, it was point zero 0.02 of a light year short of being able to do this uncontested. And the only way I can save it, especially because I only had 3 tokens at the time, well, sorry, 5 tokens, but I needed this to switch to orbital cannon and to get some more ships. And the only way I could do that was to gate this and buy Admiral Nelson to save me. Like, this was so close to working. It was a good play from him. Um, like saved by point 0.02 of a light year, essentially, right? And the fact that Canny is just that little bit closer meant that I could just about get to there at the same time as the Marauder. Um, but yeah, that very nearly worked. Anyway, fast forward again. Go back to my leaderboard. Um, so, having reached 60 stars in this cycle, so from my peak of 60 stars, things start to go less well. These were never going to hold, right? These were chaos, and also to get some good vision. And there's a lot here, right? If I look at slow and steady, I can see 1500. I've only got 2000 myself, right? Like if I know no nebulas here. Um, but bearing in mind, I've also got 1000 here, well, 400 seen, but also 2 nebulas. And of course, whatever I can't see, like I'm clearly outgunned. So around this time, I say to Soda Water, okay, look, I found the last person. Do you want to come join the party? Um, when I thought it was just peculiar case and go outside today, I didn't really want to come across because A, I didn't think I needed the help, and B, I was worried about giving up too many stars. I gave up some stars to Anchorite, some Anchorite stars rather to Wamata, um, and um, I had not. I was planning on attacking Pretty Kitty, and I can't do that. So I didn't want to like give away so many stars. I then didn't take the lead position, which I think I've earned, seeing as I've fought everybody in this game so far, apart from Pretty Kitty, who's not allied with me. But when Zone Steady arrived, I was like, okay, no, I can't do this on my own. Cygnus is pushing in hard and peculiar, which is good, but I've offered him now a route down, a gated route down, which he's taking a sweet time over. But otherwise, he's just sitting there bored, so I think it's good for him to come across. Anyway, I hit my peak, and for the first time in the game, I lose stars. The 2 Chaos stars obviously lose. This one, I defend by the skin of my teeth with. He's attacking with LT and Sab. James Bond was already there. And this poor little guy never even got a name. Um, got a colonel. Just defended. Unfortunately, he then attacks with his fleet. Should have seen that coming. I decided there's no way to save my colonel because he can just chase it down. Can save James Bond though. So I said send James Bond away. I kill my gates because my biggest fear right now is them coming in quickly before I can reinforce. This is still going to blow up a fair chunk of ships. I didn't have enough. If I stayed, I would have lost by like 5 ships, which was annoying. So I ran away. Yeah, James Bond escapes. I did the maths, and essentially kept with me enough that without the various bonuses, if he chases me down, I think I will actually win with my attack. But then I also send 30 ships just in case he's chasing it down, um, to be able to kind of counter C to C. It this was an interesting, this was a very Solaris play here. Like this is not something that would come up in Neptune's Fight at all. Lots of wars, right? Lots of wars, right? So now where am I? I'm down 5 from my peak. The good news is Peculiar. This was He was not prepared for this. Cygnus really pushed through here. This is going to fall. And he's emptying everything for it. And I'm like, ooh, you've just emptied a capital star. Don't mind if I do. We had the same thought at the same time, Cygnus and I. I did reach out to him later and apologize. I was like, I'm just grabbing what I can. He's like, yeah, fair. You know, uh, I was a bit compy, but nope, that's the wrong one. Uh, there you go. There you go. No harm, no foul. Um, yeah, I'm not trying to steal stars from him. I'm just the capital was open. I had to take it, you know. And he saw it at the same time, right? We basically had the same thought in the same moment. But the good news is that Peculiar is definitely losing faster than me. Now then, in the middle, Kesa, you can't really see, right? Logistics here that we did. That I'll show in a second. Kesa here is also losing stars faster. And again, he's kind of concentrated on this one, leaving his capital nice and tastily open, where my Admiral Nelson is going to come in and give it a quick snipe. Don't love the Admiral. The only reason I had the Admiral over a smuggler is that I only had 3 credits rather than 5. There's basically no advantages of an Admiral over a smuggler, which I think is wrong. I think most of the other specs, you as you gain in cost, you gain disadvantages and advantages, and but there's still reasons to take the lower cost one sometimes. Not true with an Admiral, apart from the fact that it is indeed lower cost. So this works out great here, right? And my big picture plan is okay. Peculiar and Kesa need to get enough damaged that these are now working for me rather than against me. To free up here, because unfortunately Wamata is in trouble. Has that happened yet? No, not yet. But Wamata is going to be in trouble. So I want to free up these so that essentially this can target Pretty Kitty. And then whatever I've got here goes to slow and steady. Plus, I'm going to have the support from Solar Water by that point. Right. So basically, these die faster than I lose ground here. Um, this is fortunately a quite unpleasant attacking option for him, despite his ship advantage. So this works out well. Stupid play because Admiral Nelson will win this. He could, in theory, have gated both, but then I decided, okay, fantastic, thank you very much. Right. So now even if he gates both, it's just helping me get that faster. Um, and all in all, this is going rather well for me. This is going rather well for me. This is not going terribly for me. Here we go. We get another 800, right? That is a sizable fleet at almost any point in the game, but especially this one. Again, bear in mind, I have 60 stars. I'm probably first or second in the star count. Slow and Steady might be bigger than me, and I've already got 2,000 ships. I've been fighting the whole game. But that is a chunky fleet to be concentrated in one place. And he clearly hasn't got the ships there to deal with it. So, additionally, not happened yet. Let's just, well, skip forward and let's get back. She springs for a saboteur in the new prod. Uh, that's not good. We have a one weapons advantage. I'll come back to that. So the good news is though, I close prod down, right? Bearing in mind I lost stars and That was all one cycle, by the way, right? I got to a peak of 60 in the middle of this, ended on 58, and actually started on 57. So I still net gained stars over this cycle, which went out to cycle 8. Maybe that's 2 cycles. Anyway, um, so we're now in a good spot because this is all falling, right? As is this. So this fell. Peculiar and Cygnus and I, sorry, discussed how we're going to target peculiar stars. So we got some good motion here. Right, this is coming in hot. I'm now getting these up. Are we up to present day? We are up to present day. Let's go back 6. Right. I'm now seeing in Case's case. Right. I'm now taking his. This was a world builder. So I've now got both of the world builder stars that were in sight. 150, 171. Neither are world builders anymore because world builders are insanely vulnerable. Um, Capital's gone, so that's both of their capitals have fallen. Um, he's clearly not reset his. These auto collect orders. I'm pretty sure he's clearly not reset them. So Kalfa's going to fall. Like this will go my way, and the Kalfa will fall. Lithuania, no idea that will fall because I don't know what's in it. But I don't think it's very much. Um, I've got decent support here. This is about even star count wise, ship count wise, although he's got lots coming up. This will go my way. This will go my way. This will go my way. So I'm holding here at least. He's sapping me, but I'm kind of not sure whether he's sapping me or I'm sapping him in the process. Because the thing with sapping is it only works if you are reinforcing faster. Now the challenge is I now really need to help on Pretty Kitty because of this, right? Um, and I really need to hit Kitty in the ass. Unfortunately, she's got a fair number of ships still here. Like she's clearly worried about it. Um, so I need kind of 400 or 500. I'm trying to convince Cygnus to join me for this. I think if 300 from him and 200, 300 from me in the back of Kitty is going to end that conflict pretty quickly. And I don't think particularly hurt here. It might hurt here, right? I think I can still hold this for another cycle, at least. If not, I'm only going to be losing some of the crappy border stars anyway. Like these will hold, these might not. It does open up, unfortunately, a lot of my supply lines, which isn't great. Um, he doesn't seem to be attacking with his smuggler. He's got one. He's using it for support, which I think is stupid, but there you go. And um, like, there's not a lot here, so I think this will fall pretty quickly. Of course, he does have ships. Like Sloan State does have ships coming up. And now I've got to deal with this one as well. Not that it's hard, but it's all ships. Um, and I do need to think about how to be as ship efficient as possible. I'm saving my tokens. I'm not spending them except for last minute right now. Um, but all told, this will clearly fall to Cygnus. Some of this to me. Ideally, I want these to then come down. And like I say, if I can get this with no border with peculiar pointed southwards, that is win condition as far as I'm concerned. Especially with soda water joining here, right? So I think next cycle or this cycle really will potentially determine the outcome of the game. If I lose here, I probably lost the game. If I hold here and win here, I probably won the game. Especially if I can then get enough ships to attack Pretty Kitty, because Martin really needs the help. Um, and that's part of the problem is I can't afford to, and I also can't afford not to. So these are now these stars are now pointed towards Pretty Kitty. So yeah, so that was a really eventful few days. So let's just go back. All right, I just want to do a kind of a. This is where I last filmed. Two players have died. I've started a new war. I found a new enemy who's almost as strong as me. Um, and let's just bash through. Right, shifting borders. Right, shows you just how hot that war is. Um, so it's been fun. I'm glad I'm having one real war in this because Barath and Anchorite weren't really. I didn't go outside today. Right, they were already dead by the time I started fighting them. But this war, this is a good war to end all wars. So yeah, wish me luck over this cycle. Fingers crossed. Make sure I meet my objectives and can turn this into a victory.